bud?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me put my things in because is I okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you so far.
Good. And hopefully there won't be any technical difficulties this time.
I think we got it this time. I think
I hope so. I hope so. Well, it's actually not even officially 5, but the clock is fixing to flip over any minute. So welcome to another Google Hangouts Live edition of the Missy Show. We're still your premier source for fun and informative pet topics. Today is June 10th, 2017. Sorry we had a break, but I just decided not last week because we weren't due for a show anyway, but the week before I just turned what would have been that show into a blog post. So the fur industry show that got turned into a blog post. So you guys can always check out the blog for info on that. So how are you today, Dee?
I am here.
And we're so glad you are here. We're glad you took some time out of your busy schedule to join us.
Everybody has a busy schedule. I think life is just speeding up a little bit, and I just wanted to slow down. Just a tad.
I know that's kind of what I was thinking about a lot. And because I was thinking about my Girl October blog and my website and stuff, and I was just thinking about what I like about that time of year. And I said, for me, it's just sort of, not to get off in a tangent on that, but I just feel like that's just a lazier, I don't know, it's just a more laid back time of year. It's like things are slowing down. It's almost like we have permission to just sort of wind down.
Yeah,
Go.
No, I'm sorry. We're talking over each other. I just like it because it even seems like the weather starts to kind of, everything starts to regress back in. Like now everything is out and moving. And
Yes.
in that time, it seems like everything starts to kind of just regress back in and kind of hibernate into a sleep and slumber. And, so I like that about it because it's just warm and fuzzy and cozy and a little bit slower. And now it just seems like I'm hanging on with my hair on fire.
Yes. Well, yeah, we just have to get through this summer and all that good stuff. And hopefully by the time fall comes, things will be calmer. We can hope for that.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But we'll save that for another topic. Today's topic is big cats. How much do you know? So
wow.
I know, more like war,
I know, right? Seriously, that was a kitten.
Yeah, so in this episode, we're not talking about our typical household cats. We are talking about the big cats. And I guess I should give everyone a definition of what we mean by big cats. What is usually considered as big cats, and I didn't necessarily know these in particular. I knew some of them, of course, but there are lions, tigers, jaguars, and leopards. But I didn't know it was just limited to that. But they are the 4 that are actually considered big cats when people talk about that. And they are the only 4 that can actually roar.
Yeah. There was something else I read about. I can't even think about it now because I'm not even going to go because I've been looking at facts. I've been like cramming some facts into my head. But there was something about one that purrs. I think is it a leopard that only purrs? Or something like that. I think
it seems like I read something that I don't know if cheetahs can too, because
it might be cheetah. It might be cheetah. I'm not sure because I just saw that and I was like, really? Okay.
Because I'll just say honorable mentions, even though these aren't exactly in the main 4. But I kind of always consider, I thought cheetahs and pumas and panthers and bobcats and all that, I consider them big cats in the sense that they're not just, a typical cat.
Yeah, if I was standing next to one, he'd be a big cat to me. I'm sorry.
Yes, and now I have some interesting information that we'll come back to later regarding the puma and the panther, and especially the panther, because a panther isn't exactly what we thought a panther was. But I'll explain that later.
Okay.
Explain that later.
That's our alma mater. We are Panthers.
Yes, we are Panthers. And when I found that out, and I guess I'll just say it briefly, it's like, okay, well, when you think of a panther, you typically think of a Black Panther, right? You think of a
Mm-hmm.
panther.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a Black Panther, panthers are actually not their own species. That's an umbrella term referring to any big cat with a black coat.
Really?
So a panther isn't just a big cat in and of itself. Basically, since lions and tigers, there are no documented cases of black lions or black tigers. When you're really talking about a panther, you're actually talking about either a black leopard or a black jaguar. That's a panther.
Really?
That's a Black Panther.
That's interesting. Never knew that.
Never knew that. Never ever knew that, because I just thought a panther was a panther in and of itself. And then even sometimes with the term puma, and this is weird too, because like what I said, I was going to save it for later, but actually a puma, there are several different names for that. So when you think of a puma, actually what you're also talking about is a cougar. That's the exact same thing. And a mountain lion. So a puma, a cougar, and a mountain lion are the same thing.
Are the same things.
They're just
Who
different
knew?
names. And then a panther can even be under that umbrella, but not a Black Panther. But some people, I think in the eastern US or some part of the US, they will actually call like a cougar or a puma a panther.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
It can be confusing, but
yeah, because I was like, you know what? If I had a test on that, I'd fail. But
I was just so fascinated by it. But I did not know that about a panther. I just thought it was a big cat in its own right. But usually, when you see a Black Panther, that's either a black leopard or a black jaguar.
Wow.
And they have a particular mutation that causes their fur to be black. They're considered melanistic.
Ah, I like that term.
Melanistic.
Melanistic. Ooh, I like that. Okay.
So maybe we might need to go back to our high school and quiz some of those kids about the mascot and just be like, hey, what is a panther really?
What is a panther? Really? Is a panther just a panther, or is it more than a panther?
Exactly, because we have the other school down here that they're leopards, and it's just like, okay, so actually our panther could either be a black version of that, or it could be a black jaguar.
Exactly. We're all related. We're all
related.
Our high school games, we were technically on the same side.
I guess we were. We didn't see it that way back then, but
no. Not at all. Not at all. Man, okay. Well, that's interesting, Jay. That's some good, interesting information.
Yeah.
I found some stuff about the lion. I mean, I got like the background of the lion, because it's like, okay, what is the lion? Where is it? So of course I had to go to my handy.
We know the broad thing about him with the mane and all that, but fill us in. Tell us more about the lion.
Well, I had to go to my trusty handy dandy Wikipedia. I had to go to Wikipedia because Wikipedia is my friend for everything. And the lion, or Pantheria leo, is one of the big cats, of course, like you said, Jay, in the genus Pantheria, and the member of the family. And I'm going to say this wrong because I've been looking at it all day, and I'm like, I'm going to say it wrong. I don't know what it is, so I apologize. And if you know the correct term, good. So it's Felidae. Felidae. It's one of those.
Yeah, I saw that word. I think it is.
Yeah. Felidae, and a commonly used term, African lion, collectively denotes the several subspecies in Africa, with some males exceeding like 550 pounds in weight. I'm like, that is just a lot.
That's a big guy.
Yeah, it is the second largest living cat after the tiger, barring hybrids like the liger. Or bearing hybrids like the liger, which
I love the liger.
I know. I was going to say, isn't that like one of your favorite things, the liger?
And for those who Napoleon Dynamite, they already should know what a liger is, because he talks about the liger. This is where I first found out ligers I first found out about them, and then I had to research it, and I was like, they're real. They're really real.
Yeah, yeah, they exist. Wild lions currently exist in sub-Saharan Africa and in India. And I have seen some stuff. Okay, we'll have to go back there, but I have seen some things when I was there. Um, let's see, what else do I want to say? I had so much information about the lion. In the wilderness, males seldom live longer than 10 to 14 years, as injuries sustained from continual fighting with rival males greatly reduce their longevity. In captivity, they can live more than 20 years, and they typically inhabit the savanna and grasslands, although they may take to the bush and the forest. Lions are usually social compared to other cats. A pride of lions consists of related females, offsprings, and a small number of adult males. And groups of female lions typically hunt together, preying mostly on large ungulates. I don't know if I guess that's what that is, but it's like horses, rhinoceros, and even toad, like cattle, pigs, giraffes, camels, things of that
Oh,
nature.
they're taking on some big animals.
I'm like, you know what? Do you? Do you? Let's see. Highly distinctive, the male lion is easily recognized by its mane, and its face is one of the most widely recognized animal symbols in human culture. Let's see what else. Let's see. I got interesting facts about it. I had like a lot of different facts. Let's see. Oh, this is what I found was really interesting, which I did not know. The darker a male lion's mane is, the older he is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Me either. And I'm like, so you mean to say, because I love lions and I love how like it's sort of ombre-ish where you get that whole thing, but I was like, oh, that's the age. It's sort of like a tree, the rings and things.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that. Oh, let's see. Um, and female lions, girl lions, prefer to mate with males that have the longest and darkest manes. So they're going around checking them out. I'm like, get out of
Oh,
here.
wow. Okay. So they
Yeah.
noticed the difference. Okay.
They notice the difference. And unlike most other cats, lions are great swimmers.
Wow. I
I
didn't
did
know
not,
that.
who
Because
knew?
I found out about one of mine's a great swimmer, but I didn't know lions were. Didn't know that.
Lions are great swimmers. Lions can eat about 18 pounds of meat per day, and that for a human would be like more than 70 hamburgers.
Oh my,
So if you wanted to have a meal, just get you about 70 hamburgers that a lion would eat and just put it in front of you, and that's what it is.
oh my gosh. No way.
Let's see. The lion is the only member of the cat family that has a tasseled tail. Remember, you see can you like picture the lion's tail? It's
Yes.
not just for like beauty or whatever. The tasseled tail doesn't just look good. It also is relaying a message, like says, come here or come this way. So it's like letting you know, hey, come on here. It is always like, and it appears when they're like 5 to 7 months old.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm like, there was something else. There's like I have like a whole bunch of facts about the lion. There was one that I wanted to talk about. I love this one. A Turkish proverb states that a lion sleeps in the heart of every brave man. I love that.
Oh,
I love
I
that.
like that
Let's see.
too.
Yes. Oh, a lion's roar. You were talking about roars earlier, Jay. A lion's roar is the loudest of any big cat and can be heard up to 5 miles away.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, a tiger's roar can be. Oh, let's see. A tiger's. Well, we'll talk about tigers in a little bit, but We'll go on to something else. Lions can see 6 times better in the dark than a human. At night, a reflective coating on the back of their eye helps capture moonlight. Additionally, they have a white patch of fur underneath their eyes that help them to reflect even more. So, like if you're out like in the night, and you're in the jungle or something, or wherever, in the desert or whatever, you just lay down because
Yeah, it's a wrap. You're
it's a
over.
wrap.
You're
We're
over.
like you are like walking, walking like dinner. It's like snack, 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 snack. A lion's bite is 30 times stronger than the bite of a house cat. And
Oh.
they actually have the weakest bite. Now, see, they actually have the weakest bite of all of the big cats.
And you
The one
wouldn't think that, but I
you
think one of
would,
the ones I researched, I think they have the strongest.
yes, the jaguar has the
Hmm.
strongest.
Hmm.
Yes. But the lion is the most social of all the big cats. Where's my one? There was one on here that I thought, well, forget trying to be. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The lion has a special tongue that is rough enough to peel the skin of the prey. Let me read that again. The lion has a special tongue that is rough enough to peel the skin of their prey away from the flesh. If a lion licked the back of a human's hand just a few times, it would peel away much of the skin.
Oh my gosh. So they're very similar to house cats, just times a
Yes.
thousand, because house
Times a
cats,
thousand to the
they have the,
900th power.
oh
Yes,
my
because I was
gosh.
just thinking about that and I'm like, and I was just looking at me and I was thinking, that would just be bone for like a couple of licks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay.
Have you ever been licked by just a regular house cat? Have you ever seen like their bristly tongue?
Yes, because my friend a long time ago, I went to her house. She had two cats. And one of them, for some reason, was just drawn to me. And he, for some reason, wanted to lick my arm. And he started licking, and I was like, okay, tickles. And then I was like, but wait a minute. It started to like, it was like he was going to town. I was just like,
He wanted to groom you.
he was doing something, and I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, that's how they do their fur. That's how they groom, and but that's interesting to know that lions sort of have the same setup, just way more
Mm.
powerful. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like I learned so much about lions. Oh, here's another one. At the base of each lion's whisker is a black spot. The patterns these spots make are unique to each lion. It's sort of like a fingerprint. So each lion has like their own denoting like identification. And scientists are able to tell lions apart by looking at these patterns.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right, okay. I have 20,000 of them, Jay, so we might want to move on to something
Okay.
else. We
Okay.
might can come back to go to some more of them, but I've got my lion stuff in there.
Well, I'll tag you out to give you some time to rest before for you go to the tiger. I'll jump over to the jaguar.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of people get the jaguar and the leopard confused, and it's pretty obvious they both have spots, but there are ways to tell them apart. Let's see, blah blah blah. They both have the big they call them rosettes because they actually resemble roses on their
Mm.
fur, but unlike the leopard, the jaguar actually has dots in its rosettes. So that's how you
Oh.
can tell it from a leopard. Um, let's see. Yeah, it has spots inside of its rosettes. The jaguar is also a stockier animal than the leopard, and it has shorter legs and a tail. They say actually the jaguar has more of a pit bull type build.
Okay. Okay.
So their coat pattern is slightly different and the build is different.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
Actually, this is surprising. Okay, jags are the largest felines in the Americas. So not bigger than the tiger, but in the Americas, they're the largest felines.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Adult males can reach an overall length of more than 7 feet and can weigh anywhere from 150 to 200 pounds, but that's nowhere near what the lion weighs. So still, he's a lightweight.
Yeah, but still 7 feet.
Yeah, yeah, I still
I'm a tiny person, 7 feet.
would not want to run up against one and still wouldn't want
And
100 pounds pouncing on me.
oh, well, that would just be death instantly because I would either die of a heart attack or he would kill me. So it was
Yes,
one of the two.
yes. Let's see. Their coat and markings very similar to a leopard. They have a rich tawny or yellow background with large black rosettes and spots. Let's see. I already said that. We talked about them being, some of them can be melanistic, but even the ones that are black, most of them aren't so totally black that you still can't see the spots. So even on the
Mm.
black ones, when the sunlight hits them the right way, and I've seen pictures of them, you can still see the spots on them.
Cool.
That's interesting. So some of them are, they're darker than others. So some of them you have more, they look like they're completely black, but still, most of them you can spot the spots on them.
Cool.
Let's see where these guys hang out. The jaguars are commonly found in rainforests, savannas, and swamps, but at the northern end of its territory, it may enter scrub country and even deserts. The jag still has a stronghold in the Amazon basin, but has been nearly wiped out of all the drier regions. It requires fresh water. They're also an excellent swimmer. I think this is the cat that actually likes being in the water, because many
Really?
cats can
Okay.
swim, but this one actually enjoys being in the water.
Okay. Okay.
I guess we don't have them here in the U.S. anymore. And when they say Americas, they're more in South America.
South America, yeah. It's what I remember seeing something about. I think on Animal Planet, because of course that's one of my favorite channels. About them, and I can't remember, but it had to do with the whole swimming thing, and I think they were like showing them swimming or something to that effect. And I was like, I did not know that they enjoyed the water and swim.
Yeah, they love the water, and now one time a while ago we did have them here in the United States. Let's see, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, and Florida, but they were hunted to extinction around the late 1940s. That's
okay.
It's still found in Mexico, but it's swiftly declining, and it's also in Central America. The strongest populations are in Mato Grosso, Brazil.
There you go.
The Pantanal bordering Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay. Okay. Now these cats, they actually have no defined breeding season, and they'll mate any time of the year.
Okay.
To see, most of them that I read about, they have a certain time, like from this month to this month, but they have no distinct, no defined breeding season, and their gestation period, it's very short, about 100 days.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
And the female will give birth to a litter of 2 to 4 cubs. Mothers continue to feed and protect their young until they're about a year old, and then the babies will stay with the mom until they're about 2. And they reach sexual maturity between 2 to 3 years for females and 3 to 4 years for males.
Okay.
They don't live as long as I thought. Just like with the lion, when you see his lifespan, they only live 11 to 12 years in the wild, and if they're in captivity, they live about 20 years.
Yeah, and that, because I was reading about, because I think with the lion, some of them, by age 2, because I think there's something to the effect of where they get kicked out of the is it pride? I don't know if it's pride for lions.
Yeah, I think it is pride for them.
Pride. Yeah, they get kicked out, and so they're on their own trying to survive or whatever. So that's kind of adds into the whole survival thing. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, they don't live very long. And now, as far as their diet, let's see, they'll pursue almost any kind of animal prey within their range. But their favorite type of food is a peccary, which is a type of wild pig.
Okay, poor pig. But they have a specialty.
Hey, they have a specialty, and they also like. Now, I did a featured animal on this one. He's called I guess it's capybara. It's Capybara, and it's the world's largest rodent.
Oh,
that's one of their favorites too.
Capybara. Okay.
I'd never heard of a capybara, and then I forget how I ran across the term, and I read more about them, and I actually did a blog post on them. So they were one of our featured animals.
Okay. All right.
That's one of their favorites. And here's the thing with them. Jags differ from all other cats in their method of killing. Once they caught their prey, they pierce the skulls with their canines, demonstrating the amazing strength of their powerful jaws. So yeah, they are the most powerful with the bite. They were once presumed to be nocturnal, but recent studies have shown they are active during the daytime. Their highest peaks of activity, though, are during dawn and dusk.
Okay, I'm still on how they kill their prey. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, they pierce
that's
the
kind.
skulls. They get down into the brain, so you're basically dead.
You're dead. You're dead.
You're dead. And I can't remember. It was one article. I think it's them where they are actually able to drag their prey up into a tree. It could be the leopard, but I think it's the jag. One of them will actually drag. They actually take their prey high up into the trees so that
Ah,
nothing can come along and get them.
and get them. So they're like, we're going off to the side to eat this. We'll be back. It's just, okay. I'm just so happy I'm not like in the jungle or desert or anything because I don't, I think I would just die. I've been and I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't for me. I would be a scared person. Oh, okay.
And they're beautiful. They're beautiful cats. They're very very beautiful. But no, I wouldn't want to see one face to face.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Well, I've always wanted to do the African tours at night. What is it?
Kind
The
of like
tour.
being in the Serengeti and doing the
Yeah, you go on the little what is it called, Jay? When you
not a
go,
safari.
it might be a safari, but it's at night. You go on the.
Uh,
I could be a
no.
safari, maybe it's what I'm talking about, but I don't know. Where you go and you go on the night tour and you go through the jungle and you're looking at all the animals and stuff or whatever. But I wanted to do one at night so you could see them in their natural night habitat
Yeah.
environment. But then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
No, just in case, because you never know, something might happen. Just no.
Yeah, it would be my truck. It would be my truck. Well, let's see. Me and my tigers. Let me get a little information here about the tigers. The tigers are the largest felines in the world. Many cultures consider the tiger to be a symbol of strength and courage, which we all know that. However, because hunting them is also a sign of bravery in some cultures, tigers are endangered, and no more than 3,200 tigers are left in the wild. You have them, in captivity or in zoos and stuff like that, but only 3,200 are left in the wild, which is kind of sad. Size. Tigers have distinctive stripes, which help camouflage them when hunting prey. Some tigers have orange fur with black stripes. Others have black with tan stripes and white with tan stripes, or all white albino, which I have seen before.
They're beautiful. All of them are beautiful.
Yeah, they are gorgeous. And you're like, how does this even happen or whatever? No two tigers have the same markings on their coats, and they are as individual as fingerprints for humans. So I guess they all have like this individual marking on them that kind of makes them distinctive from each other. On the average, tigers are 4.8 to 9.5 feet and weigh from 165 to 716 pounds. The largest tigers, the Siberian, are also called the Amur, are about 10 feet and weigh about 660 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, that's big. The smallest tiger is the Sumatran, I could be saying that wrong, and they grow to 5 to 12 feet and weigh about 143 pounds to 670 pounds, which is still kind of big to me.
Yeah.
They live in Asia, and the largest subspecies, such as the Siberian tiger, tend to live in the northern cooler areas, such as Russia and northeastern China. Let's see. They live in forest, arid forest, flooded mangrove forest, tropical forests, just foresty areas. Let's see the diet. They are all carnivores, which didn't surprise me. Most of the tiger's diet consists of large prey such as pigs, deer, rhinos, elephants, calves. To kill their prey, tigers will clamp down on the animal's neck with their jaws and suffocate the animal. Wow. Though the tigers are fierce hunters, they are no strangers to failure. 90% of all the time, they don't catch their prey, which I just find shocking because I would think if it's coming for you, it's going to get you.
That's what I think. I guess the only thing that might stop them is if they're up against an animal that can run faster.
Exactly.
Maybe gazelles can outrun them or something, maybe.
Yeah, because, honey, let me tell you, I know he'd get me. But for like 2 seconds, I'd be winning. I would be winning, screaming and winning. They are solitary creatures. They like to spend most of their time alone, roaming their massive territories looking for food. The Siberian tiger, according to the San Diego Zoo, has the largest range. Its territory can be more than 4,000 square miles. And the tigers mark their territory by scratching marks into trees with their claws. Let's see, what else can we say about the tigers? Tigers are fantastic swimmers. I guess these are like cats that like to, they can forage rivers and lakes, and that about 3 to 5 miles wide. Lions and tigers are closely related, which I have found out. If you shave them, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart because their body structure is so similar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
It's, I found that very interesting. Let's see. Some interesting facts about them. Tigers have eyes with round pupils, unlike domestic cats, which have slitted pupils.
Yes,
This is because domestic cats are nocturnal, whereas tigers are crepuscular or something. I know I just said that wrong.
I've seen that because
Yeah.
one of the ones I researched was like that.
Yep.
I know
They
what
hunt.
I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. They hunt primarily in the morning and the evening. Despite not being strongly adapted to the dark, tigers' night vision is about 6 times better than humans. Let's see what else is interesting about the tiger. Most tigers have yellow eyes, but white tigers usually have blue eyes, which I found very interesting. Don't you want to see that? But it's due to the gene for the blue eyes being linked to the gene for white fur. So the gene for being cross-eyed or boss-eyed is also linked. So many white tigers have cross blue eyes, which I think is like awesome. It's awesome. Let's see. Tigers scratch trees and use their urine to mark their territories, which you kind of said about that.
Just like a house cat.
It's just like a house cat.
A lot of them use the urine and feces to sort of mark their territory. So I guess that's just a feline trait, maybe. I don't know.
I guess it is. So let's see. I have a lot more things. I'm gonna throw it back over to you, Jay. You go to yours.
Okay. So our next animal is also spotted, but now we are talking about the leopard. Let's see. Now, leopards are, of course, larger than house cats, but leopards are the smallest members of the large cat category. They grow to only, now they say only 3 to 6.2 feet. So I guess the ones that are 3 feet, I guess that's kind of small. I guess compared to like 7 feet on the other one.
Exactly. Yeah.
They say their tail adds another 25 to 39 inches to their length.
Okay.
The males and the females vary in weight. Females typically weigh 46 to 132 pounds. Which, I guess that is very small compared to like lions and tigers.
Yeah.
That's pretty small. And the males weigh 80 to 165 pounds. So yeah, both of those are tiny compared to what you said about the tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, let's see, their habitat. The leopard is very adaptable and it can live in many different places across the globe. Leopards are found in sub-Saharan Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, southwestern and eastern Turkey. Didn't know that. In the Sinai Judean desert of Southwest Asia, the Himalayan foothills, India, Russia, China, and the islands of Java and Sri Lanka.
Okay.
They are everywhere. So they can live in almost any habitat. So they're found in rainforests, deserts, woodlands, grasslands, savannas, forests. Okay.
They're everywhere.
You
just don't know. You turn the corner, there they are.
They're there. They're just not over here, surprisingly, which is probably a good thing. Yeah. We've got enough big cats.
Trust me, I know. We'll need more.
Let's see now. Like most of the cats, I think all of them except the lions, it seems like they're solitary creatures. The leopard, let's see, they only spend time with others when they're mating or raising young. They're also nocturnal and they spend their nights hunting instead of sleeping.
Okay.
They spend a lot of their time in trees. Their spotted coat camouflages them, making them blend in with the leaves of the tree. These are the ones that drag their prey into trees to keep it from being taken. Okay, so not the jaguar, it's the leopard that does this.
Okay.
Now here it says, of course, they're carnivores. I guess they're all carnivores. They aren't picky eaters. They will prey on any animal that comes across their path. So they're going after gazelles. Oh my gosh, they'll even eat cheetah cubs.
Oh no.
And that's another cat. So I was just like, cheetah cubs? Oh my God.
No.
They will eat cheetah cubs, baboons, rodents, monkeys, snakes, large birds, amphibians, fish, antelopes, warthogs, and porcupines.
Oh,
The
how do
cheetah
you eat a
cubs?
porcupine?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. How do you eat a porcupine?
How does that work?
How does any animal eat a porcupine?
I know, because if I was that porcupine, I'm like, you might get me, but I'm gonna make it hard for you. I'm gonna revisit you over and over and over again.
Oh my gosh. And I guess a lot of them, they like to, other than the jaguar who goes for your skull when they bite, the leopard also kills its prey with one swift bite to the neck. They break it. They bite it, rip it, and I guess they shake it in such a way that they break it.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as the little baby leopards, and this leopard is so adorable, but I'll post the website that I'm reading this off of, which is Live Science. Leopards have a gestation period of approximately 3 months, and they typically give birth to a litter of 2 to 3 cubs in a den. Each cub weighs just, 17 to 21 ounces at birth, is blind and almost hairless. So probably like a typical kitten. They depend on their mother for food and do not leave the den until they are 3 months old. At 12 to 18 months, the cubs are ready to live on their own, and at 2 or 3 years old, will create their own offspring. And leopards live 12 to 15 years in the wild and up to 23 years in a zoo.
Okay.
I'm just still tripping off of the little cubs, the little cheetahs.
I know. It's like that's.
I'm like, that's
right.
like your family members.
I know, it's like a cousin or something. You can't do that. You don't eat your cousins. You don't do that.
Oh, and they don't need much water either. They survive
really?
from the moisture they get from eating their prey.
I don't know why that struck me as funny, but it's not. Oh my Lord. Ew. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy I was, I guess, born a human in some ways. I don't know. I guess we have our own.
Their diet.
We have our own, we have our own thing too. But it seems more cut and dry, and like we are animals into a certain degree. But yeah, and in theirs, it's more cut and dry. It's like, survival of the fittest. That hierarchy thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Dee, if I had to go out and kill my meat the way they do, I would be a vegetarian.
Yeah, I would be a vegetarian.
I would become a vegetarian today.
Dirt and bark. I mean, literally would be sipping air. What do you have today? About 3 gulps of air? What about you? No, I couldn't. No, that wouldn't happen.
No.
Nah, that wouldn't happen.
Nope. Yeah, I'm just okay. I gotta stop thinking about the little cheetah cubs because
I know.
I was looking at my cheetah facts and what I'll do, because I don't want to monopolize your time, Dee, because I know you're very busy. You've got some work stuff going on, so we won't get into the cheetah and the puma and those things, but I will post information about them on the website. And though they're not members of the main 4, I just wanted to give you guys some information about them anyway. But I was just shocked to find out that, like what is it? A puma, a bobcat, not a bobcat is something separate. Okay. So he's not in that category, but like a puma and, what did I say? Where is it? The puma and the mountain lion and like the, what's the cougar? They're the same thing.
That just struck me as, because you never look at them as being in the, the same. I didn't know that.
So when people say they saw a mountain lion, they're talking about a cougar, and there are actually, I think, 80 different names for a cougar, because there's a book out there where the guy names all the names and stuff, and that may be the name of the book, 80 names for a cougar or something like that. But yeah, a puma is one of them. But I had no idea. I never paid that any attention that those terms were just interchangeable for the same cat.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. And I bet you a lot of people don't know that because they're thinking separately.
Now,
But they
those
can.
are here in the U.S. So
Mm,
certain areas of the U.S. So, and I know even like when we go and visit like some of my in-laws, some of them live in more country areas, and
mm-hmm.
they have mountain lion sightings up there, which means that they have a puma, and they
Oh
also
yeah.
have the cougar. Same thing. That's what they're seeing.
That's interesting. Well, where I live, there was this supposedly, um, I don't even know. I'm not sure, but one of the neighbors' dogs was attacked, and the lady said she thought it was some type of lion cat or something, and we were like, "What? What?" I mean, we're not like in the middle of nowhere, but I'm
Right.
like, "What?" So everybody was on alert, and they had people coming out here looking and stuff, and I was like, I just don't know. I don't know.
Now that could have been a bobcat
Yeah, it
because
could have been a
now
bobcat.
they're smaller. Now there's something different. They're not in the family with the puma and all that. They're a separate cat. But bobcats, I mean, I still wouldn't want to run across one, but if I had to, I guess, run into one of them, I'd rather it be him because
Yeah,
he's not as big, but
yeah,
he's probably big enough where he could kill a dog, I'm sure.
yeah. Then I think it's probably what they said it was, or something to that effect, or if it was anything at all, we're not sure. But something attacked her dog, and it messed him up a little bit bad. But it was just like for a while, the neighborhood was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
I mean, that's a scary thing though when you have like small pets, or it could just be a regular house cat or a dog or anything, that's
I go out early in the morning, so I'm like out there when it's dark, and I don't see very well in the dark. So it's like, what is that? A tree or is that? Hmm.
yeah, because I'm looking at pictures of this bobcat, and yeah, I wouldn't no, I wouldn't have wanted Missy to face up against him. She wouldn't
Exactly.
no.
Exactly.
And sort of like when people talk about a lynx, the bobcat is in that family.
Yeah, yeah, because they
They kind
seem
of have
kind
the
of
pointed ears.
exactly. They have that kind of, I don't know, that look.
And they will kill a rabbit. It says they eat rabbits and hares. They hunt insects, chicken, geese, birds, small rodents, and deer. Huh.
That's it. Okay.
Well, maybe unless, well, hopefully you guys don't have a cougar out there.
No,
Like
because we
I would think
no.
about that. Think about it.
No, I'm going for the bobcat. She was saying lion or something, but she was hysterical at that time. Um, but I'm thinking more probably a bobcat was kind of
Thing.
working its way around or something. If we had, but we've had some of everything in our neighborhood, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yes, y'all have the hoot owls and just
We
yeah,
have
rabbit,
everything.
all
We have a freaking farm out here.
yeah, and we have some stuff too. They've kind of developed out here a bit more now, so I think the animals are losing their natural habitat. But I've seen an armadillo run out the bushes before they built the houses across the way. We've had rabbits in the yard. So yeah, I've seen raccoons. So yeah, we're kind of in the same boat.
Yep. Yep.
But we want to thank you guys for tuning in to our Big Cat episode. Give me a bit of time after the episode, probably within the next hour or so. I will get those links posted so you guys can read more about these big cats. And make sure you join us on June 24th, because remember, we're still doing shows every other week. We will be discussing rabies, protecting yourself and your pets. So that will be June 24th, same time, 5 p.m. Central. And so we're going to let you guys go, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have fun, be safe, all that good stuff. And we'll come out later with probably if we do a July 1st show, it'll probably be safety tips for your pet. We've done it
Yeah.
before, but it's good to reiterate that because a lot of pets get hurt. A lot of pets get lost during 4th of July. They get scared of the fireworks, all that type stuff. So we'll be coming at you with that episode.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be good. Always good to have those safety tips, though.
Yes, yes. So from your host, Jay and Dee, we hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for tuning in. I miss my outro music, but I'm not even going to try to imitate that.
Come on, Jay. You can do it.
I'm going to have to see, can I try to find that music some type of way and infuse it into our new format, but we'll see. But you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you 2 weeks from today. Bye.
Adios.